check out footcointraders.com for all of your Ultimate Team coins, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself an extra discount. Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again with another episode of the AC Milan career mode. It's episode number 5 now. We're out of the transfer window, so it's time to jump up to 3 games per episode. So we will be having some longer videos from here on out, which I know will please a certain amount of you, because you guys do like, or do prefer, the videos that are, 8, 9, 10 minutes plus, as opposed to the ones that are around about the 6-7 minute mark for those transfer window games. But it's nice to fit everything into the transfer window. It's nice to be able to go through it slowly so that I can get as much feedback from you guys as possible, and that's exactly what we did in the opening transfer window of this series. But this team, the AC Milan side that we have right now, it's not the strongest, and the game appreciates the fact that it's not the strongest. It isn't asking for too much out of us in this first season, and we can't expect too much out of it in this first season, because we're still an improving, a growing side that really needs to recapture the essence of what AC Milan really is all about. But we're coming up against Napoli in the opening game of this one, and you presume that Napoli are going to be one of the teams that we're looking at fighting for one of those top 4 Champions League spots. Of course, you would expect Juventus to win the league, and you've got teams such as ourselves, Napoli, Inter, Roma, perhaps maybe Lazio if they can strengthen a little bit, or if they have strengthened a little bit. Looking at those sort of teams to be the big ones in the Italian league, to kind of put pressure on us to maintain a decent level of performance to ensure that we can qualify for next season's Champions League. Of course, we are in the Champions League already this season, and we did have the first game of that European campaign in yesterday's episode. So if you did miss it, feel free to go back, check the channel page for it. There will be a link in the bottom left-hand side of your screen to that video if you did miss it. But it was really, really slow first half, to be completely honest. Napoli were defending very, very well indeed, and I was struggling to break them down. El Shaarawy was just really, really tired constantly. He's got high work rates, and he was never really in the sort of position that I would want him to be higher up the pitch, which was starting to become a bit of an issue, but wasn't that much of a problem early on in this game. As you can see, into the second half, Mario Balotelli draws a great save out of Pepe Reina there, tipping it wide up that far top corner, and we're going to have another chance as the corner comes in. Zapata goes up, and the referee's going to point to the spot here, and I wasn't too sure what for, but you'll be able to see from the replay that their defender, I think it's Zuniga, goes up with his hand there, just clips it with his fingertips. It is handball. Mario Balotelli is going to step up, doesn't really miss penalties, but he does so here in this one. And to be fair, that's actually quite realistic, because Mario scored something like 30 out of 30 penalties in his career, and the first one he missed was against Napoli, against Pepe Reina. So, in all fairness, that is the most realistic moment of any career mode we've ever done on this channel. Mario Balotelli missing a penalty against Pepe Reina, but they were going to snatch the victory late on. A shot that comes back off the post deflects back to Lorenzo Insigne, and unfortunately we take our first defeat from the Serie A season. We won the opening game against Cagliari, beat Olympiacos in yesterday's Champions League game, and we've lost our first game of the season against Napoli, a side that you would expect us to have problems against as a growing side, like we've said, and they are one of the better sides in the league. So we're hoping to bounce back with 3 points away at Bologna. As you can see, we've only played 2 games compared to everyone else that's played at least 3 or 4. So we sit 16th in the table at the minute, but that doesn't really tell the whole story, and we really need to catch up before we get a realistic look at how the table is going to lie heading into the opening stages of this season. And De Sciglio was just kind of trying to grind his way through the defence there, and again Bologna were defending so well. I found this to be not necessarily a problem in Serie A, it's just the way that Serie A is. Teams defend so well, so solidly, so resolutely, but Lulic just powers his way through absolutely everyone there. Gets a little bit of luck with the deflection off the defender, but still really determined run from him there to give us an early 1-0 lead in the 27th minute, and that's his debut goal for the club as well. It's nice to see him get off the mark quite early on in the season, and hopefully he can continue that now, and hopefully, put together some sort of decent run of form, whether it be goals or assists, because as a wide midfielder, you'd like both from him, to be completely honest. Balotelli is our main goal scorer, or is hopefully going to be our main goal scorer in this series, and he did come close there to getting us a 2-0 lead. He's going to come close again. Shot deflected, and Lulic again with the acrobatic effort, well blocked, well saved, and unfortunately De Chilio really should have done better with that follow-up effort, heading wide into the side netting when he had the open goal to aim at. Really disappointed there, but I brought Robinho on and he wins the flick on there. Dropping it to Balotelli, really beautiful whipped effort, and unfortunately the goalkeeper goes up to make a spectacular save. And the Bologna were going to have a chance to sneak something at the end here. Kone with a free kick, unfortunately for them, it's straight down Guita's throat, and that was how the game was going to end. They really didn't offer much offensively at all, Bologna, to be completely honest, and it was only that single goal from Lulic that was the difference between us after 90 minutes. So we're heading into the third game of the episode, which is against Sampdoria. Now I changed things up a little bit starting 11 wise. As you can see, Abate, Victor Ruiz and Kaká are starting in this one. We moved Honda out from Cam to a wide role and dropped El Shaarawy onto the bench because he was really tired after those two games. So it's a situation I'm going to have to monitor with his stamina, etc. But we come up against Sampdoria, a side that had actually lost their opening 3 games of the season according to the commentary. So I was hoping to confound their misery in this one, and we got off to a decent start, trying to play the ball about a little bit, and Montolivo had the effort, but unfortunately got underneath it just a little bit too much, and it flew over the top of the bar. But we were creating chances in this one, more so than we had done in the previous couple of games. But Sampdoria were also creating stuff themselves. Manolo Gabbiadini striking the outside of the post in the 27th minute. They were really coming close to threatening us and getting themselves in front. But Poli, playing against his former side, who he used to play against, of course, he signed to AC Milan in the summer transfer window prior to the start of the career mode on the download latest updates, etc. So he was already at the team when we started, but he did in fact come in that window from Sampdoria. So I was hoping he could put a good impression in against his former employers, really show that he deserved the move to a side such as AC Milan from a lesser Serie A side as Sampdoria, so to speak. But we're pushing down the right hand side with Lulic again. Him and Kaká were linking up really nicely, although kind of inadvertently because of tackles from defenders. But Kaká's going to cut inside, playing Lulic again. Kind of delays with his first touch, but that turn was superb, and he set up the chance absolutely beautifully to cut inside, rifle it across the goalkeeper, and Lulic picks up another goal for us in his debut season. So we go in at half-time 1-0 up. I wasn't quite happy with how things were going, so I changed the formation at half-time, changed to a 4-3-1-2, took off Honda and brought on Alexander Lacazette up top, because Lulic can do the job at centre mid. He's got the all-round stats to be able to cope in that sort of role, and I wanted to try out Balotelli with a partner yet again to see how we got on, and they actually linked up pretty well indeed. Lacazette playing the 1-2 with Balotelli, great first touch to bring it down into his stride, breaks into the box, and unfortunately now it's our turn to hit the woodwork, and it bounces away and Sampdoria clear it. So we come close to a second there, but not quite close enough. But Poli's involved yet again, breaks to Lacazette, nice turn, going to find Abate on the overlap. Decent shot from the right back, but it's another good save from Da Costa, the goalkeeper, and we're only going to have to settle for a corner. Lacazette is on the corner, but I'm going to switch to Kaká, who's got a better delivery. Whips in, he's going to find Zapata. Great header off the bar, and Sampdoria attempt to clear, but it's only as far as De Jong, who's come on for Montolivo, into Poli, turns the defender well, and how is that for a goal on your weak foot against your former club at the first time of meeting them? At home at the San Siro. Absolutely superb. Andrea Poli, welcome to AC Milan. That is an absolutely fantastic goal and a great way to put us 2-0 up. And again, Lacazette and Balotelli are going to link up here. This time it's the other way around. It's Balotelli finding Lacazette on the run with a lob through ball. Great first touch, great pace to get away, and a tidy finish, but unfortunately it's just not quite accurate enough to find that bottom corner. But it wasn't to matter. We are going to take all 3 points from this one. A convincing 2-0 win against Sampdoria, and I was really pleased that we were able to score more than one in a game for the first time since that opening game against Cagliari. So hopefully we can push on and put together a nice run of form. As you can see, we're up to 9th, although the table is a little bit out of sorts because we've played 4, everyone else has played at least 5 or 6. But if we win both of our games in hand, we can move up to 2nd if, of course, the other teams that have played 5, like Napoli and Inter, don't win their games. But we've still got the chance to go up into those European spots. You can see top 3 for Champions League, which is what the board want from us. And 4th and 5th for Europa League. But that's going to bring this particular episode to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you missed the previous episode yesterday, there's an annotation on the screen on the right hand side to take you there if you missed it. Then on the left hand side, if you want to subscribe to the channel and you would like to do so for more of this series and the My Player series, which incidentally there was an episode of which went up last night, so feel free to check the channel page for that if you missed it. But there's links in the description and an annotation on screen there to subscribe if you haven't already, and feel free to follow me on Twitter as well at Chesnoy Gaming to stay up to date with everything that happens with me and this channel. But that's all for today, guys, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with some more My Player.